What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Casual Big Ten podcast. Today is Monday, June 19th, Juneteenth. For those of you out there that celebrate, should be everybody out there celebrating today. Hope you had a good day off. My name is Kent Peterson. I am the host of this show, and on today's show, we are going to quickly discuss a small preview to the 2023 NBA draft and some of the Big Ten players that will be taken in that draft. But before I get to that, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I got my brand new computer set up now. My little brother came down last week. Shout out to Corey. And hooked everything up. I got 3 monitors going right now. I'm a little distracted because I've never done it with this many screens in front of me before. And it's a little overwhelming, but I'm excited, man. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I actually set up a Twitch account yesterday, too, for whatever reason you want to follow me on that. And right now I'm actually streaming it live on Twitch, the podcast, but I don't think anyone's going to be watching. I don't expect anybody to be watching because nobody knows about the channel yet. Until I just said it, now people know about it. Same username as Twitter, same username as YouTube. It's at Casual Big Ten. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and do that. I'll be live occasionally on there. What I really want to do with that, though, is stream some video game stuff. I actually did a Call of Duty stream last night. Super not Big Ten related at all. I just did one just to see if it would work, and it did. But I also am going to do, I think I'm going to play euchre, which if you're not familiar with that, then you're not from Big Ten territory. I'm not going to lie to you. I just won't lie to you. If you're a Big Ten fan, you should know how to play euchre. And if you don't, you should. Actually, the only people that should follow me on Twitch are people that don't know how to play euchre, because I will teach you how to play within the next few days. That's what I'm going to do. Lots of stuff going on, man. I haven't recorded in a while. It's been let's see. Let's go to the pod here on my phone. This is great recording right here. What was the last time I did it? June 9th? June 9th. So it's been 10 days. That's the longest I've gone in a while. But like I talked about on the last pod, it's been a busy summer. I've been taking my kids in and out of camps left and right. As I just mentioned, my family was in town. I had a ton of dogs at my house. It's just been super busy. And also, not going to lie, there hasn't been shit to talk about. Like, it's off season for football and basketball. So there's nothing really going on. I talked about this 2 weeks ago. I'm tired of seeing transfer portal stuff. And now it seems like my timeline is inundated with recruiting news. And I just can't get excited about recruiting stuff. I don't know why. It's just, I think I'm too old to get excited about it. So usually when I'm scrolling the timeline and I see some recruiting stuff, I just click away because I don't really care to see it, to be honest. So that's really what's going on with me. Like I said, I've been super busy, but to make up for it, I also, like I just said, I got new computer stuff. So I've been trying to get all that stuff set up. Tonight I was redoing a bunch of things for the recording, but all those excuses aside, I'd really only missed 1 week of recording. So this week, which is, I was going to say next week, but this week, I am going to do 2 recordings. So I'm going to do a preview to the NBA draft. And then probably on Friday, I will do a recap of who got drafted and who got picked where from the Big Ten school. So you can look forward to that. If you missed me last week, I'll do 2 just to make it up for you this week. That was a bad wink. So let's talk about some things that are happening right now, though. NBA draft. As usual, I did little to zero preparation for this show. That's just what I do. That's what I do best. Or worst, I guess. If you're looking... I wanted to mention one more thing, too. As I'm looking at my Twitter right now, and I have a couple DMs, I got a lot of people lined up already to do interviews. So what the plan is for that is I'm going to do football preview episodes. I'm going to record them probably a lot of them I'm recording this week. In fact, I'm doing one tomorrow afternoon, the first one I'm excited about. But I'm going to record them all probably have it done by the first week of July, but I'm not going to release it until closer to the season. So I'll wait until the end of July or August to put those out, but I'm really excited to get those done too. So look forward to that in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I didn't prep at all for this. Didn't prep at all for the NBA stuff. I saw one tweet today. In fact, I'm going to pull this up real quick. Let me go to this while we're talking about the NBA draft. I have my Twitter pulled up right here. I had one tweet today that I saw that said, I know this is a little bit small on your guys' screen, but it said, who will be the first Big Ten player that is selected in the NBA draft? And in the tweet, this was by the Big Ten Network, they had pictures of Kobe Buffkin, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Jett Howard, and I always get these guys mixed up because they're twins, Chris Murray. I think I mentioned this before, but Chris's dad went to my high school. He actually won Mr. Basketball in Michigan, so you can narrow down where I went to high school. But out of those four guys, I quote tweeted it, and I said that the order that they should be drafted, in my opinion, is Jalen first, and then Kobe, then Chris, and then I said Jett should be undrafted. That was with me doing no research at all. And then I started looking at some mock drafts like right before I hit record today, and that's what I'm going to go through right now. And apparently I'm an idiot about Jett. I don't think that I am. I just get this off my chest real quick. Jett Howard is one of the worst defensive players I've ever seen. I've said this before. He's fine offensively, but if you look at the season that he had, he was injured a ton, and he didn't play defense. Even he played less defense than he played. What am I trying to say here? He was worse on defense than he was good at getting injured. Like, he was really good at getting injured, but he was really bad at defense. So you have an injury-prone guy. I get it. He's big. He's a good shooter. He's a playmaker. He had, 2 or 3 games where he scored over 30 points. And that's cool and everything. But I'm just not excited about Jett Howard in the NBA. I'm just not. I don't know why. And I think it's mainly the defensive stuff. I see him not helping. I see him, he's just a bad defensive player. So I think Jett Howard should not be drafted, but I was pretty much wrong about that. So let me pull up a couple of these mocks. I'm going to go through these really quick. Like I said, this could be a short episode today. I wanted it to be less than 15 minutes. The first one that I have is the mock draft by SB Nation. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of these guys, but everybody knew as soon as the lottery was done that Victor Wembanyama was going to be the first pick from France, and he's going to be going to the Spurs now. And then, like I said, I'm not going to go through the rest of these guys. I'm just going to scroll, and then when I see a Big Ten guy, I'm going to stop. Orlando Magic, by the way, speaking of Jett Howard, they have, 5 Michigan guys on their roster right now? So that might be later on in the draft because they're picking at 6. That might be a landing spot for Jett just because of the infatuation they have with Michigan. I don't get it, but because they still suck, the Magic do, and Michigan did this year for that matter. So that might be a landing spot. Okay, this this was the craziest shit to me. All right, so SB Nation, the first Big Ten guy they have after I tweeted that out today is Jett Howard, going to the Oklahoma City Thunder at pick number 12. Absolutely ridiculous. If he's the first Big Ten guy drafted, I riot. And I need you guys to riot with me because it'll be insane if he's the first one drafted. So I'm just going to skip over that and immediately, for me, SB Nation lost all credibility. As soon as they said Jett Howard's going number 12. The fact that he's sniffing the top 10 of this draft, I don't think he should be drafted, period. Interesting here at number 14, they have Bryce Sensabaugh from Ohio State. I like this pick. They have him listed as a guard. He was not a guard, is he? I guess in the NBA he's going to have to be. I think, what did they say here? Okay, again, this is from SB Nation. Talking about New Orleans getting rid of Zion Williamson. Sensabaugh makes sense. I see what they did here. Sensabaugh makes sense here as a knockdown shooter who could space the floor for Williamson and Brandon Ingram. I guess he's going to have to play guard if he goes there. I look at him as a small forward, though. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know anything, I guess. Apparently, I don't know shit because Jett Howard's going number 12. I don't know anything. Scrolling down. Next guy I see here is another Michigan guy, Kobe Buffkin. This is probably the first one that really made sense to me. Kobe Buffkin at number 17 going to Los Angeles. I like that. I like that pick for LA. That's Kobe's as bad as Jett was on defense. Kobe was great this year. And he's not the best shooter that you're ever going to see. I don't even know if it's – I don't know how these guys worked out. I didn't do enough research, but I don't think that Kobe's got the range to be super effective in the NBA. I could be wrong about that. I know he has range, and I know he can hit clutch shots, but it's not consistent enough, in my opinion, for him to be like a future all-star or anything like that. Maybe a decent player, but I don't think he's going to go crazy in the NBA. All right, scrolling down, and then this is wild to me. SB Nation has the Brooklyn Nets taking Jalen Hood-Schifino. I think that he should be a top board. I mean, maybe even top 5 pick. I've watched so much Big Ten basketball last year. Jalen Hood-Schifino was far and away the best player in the Big Ten, in my opinion. He had far and away the best mid-range game. He's very composed. He has a handle he reminds me of Kyrie with his handle a little bit. Maybe not as good as that, but he's a great shooter. I just can't see him dropping that low. And the reason why it's so, because I don't know a lot of these guys that I'm going through this list right now. I don't know a ton of them. I know the Big Ten guys. And if you're going to tell me that you're going to take Jett, Kobe, and Bryce Sensabaugh in front of, it's Bryce, right? I always get that mixed up with Bruce. Bryce, yeah, okay. Because they have a Bruce on their team too. I forget what his last name is right now. You're going to take Bryce, Jett, and Kobe in front of Jalen is pretty wild to me. To me, just based on what I watched last year, I'd take Jalen in front of all of them every day of the week and twice on Sundays. That's what I would do. I don't know. And then I think this is the last Big Ten guy they have listed because they only did a first-round mock, I believe, on this article. They have Chris Murray going to the Charlotte Hornets at 27. 5 Big Ten guys mocked in the first round for SB Nation. Pretty surprising. Excuse me. Let me take a drink here. And then Yami Yaquez. How do you really pronounce his name? I've heard it pronounced a lot of ways. It reads as Jamie Jaquez. Kind of a Big Ten guy. UCLA. Next year, he would have been. Or in 2 years, I guess. I guess we got one more year before they join basketball. All right. I wanted to go through one more mock, though, because I didn't want to just leave it all on SB Nation and talk down to them. So I pulled up the Ringer, which I feel like this one's a little bit more accurate in my opinion. And again, I'm not going to talk about all these guys. I'm just going to run through and tell you where the Big Ten guys are going on their draft. By the way, I'm a Pistons fan. I didn't watch a lot of Houston. They have Houston's Jarris Walker, freshman. Never heard of him. And that's just so on par for Detroit. As a Pistons fan, I guarantee we get somebody that I have no idea who it is, and we just stay in basketball purgatory / hell for the rest of my life, never win another championship, which is fine. We won one when I was in high school, so that's fine. All right, scrolling down here, UCF. They don't have any Big Ten guys. Now, first Big Ten guy that comes up is they have Kobe at number 12. Makes sense. Because if you scroll down just a little bit more, they have Jalen at number 13 going to, of course, right now, these picks could all be traded. But as of right now, they have Kobe going 12 to Oklahoma City, and then Jalen going number 13 to Toronto. Makes sense. I think I would flip-flop it. I think, again, I would take Jalen right in front of Kobe. I think that he's younger. He's a better shooter. Defensively, I feel like Kobe probably has the edge on him. So if you're looking for that, maybe take Kobe ahead of him. But I think in today's NBA, where they rely so much on scoring, defense is sometimes optional. Even though I just said everything about Jett that I just said, I like Jalen better, and I would take him a little bit higher. Like I said, I think I'm kind of beating that to death at this point. They have Jett also in the first round, which, again, makes no sense to me. I'll be surprised if he gets drafted in the first round, like legitimately surprised. And then they have Bryce right after him. Jett they had going to L.A., which is interesting because SB Nation had Kobe going there. And then Bryce going to Miami Heat. That feels like a good fit for him. He feels like a Miami Heat, doesn't he? Scrolling down. They actually did do 2 rounds, so we'll see a couple of new guys here in just a second. They have Chris Murray going in. Was that the exact same spot? Yeah. They both have Charlotte taking Chris Murray at 27. Look at that. So that's got to happen, right? It won't. He'll go somewhere else. And then they have Trace Jackson Davis in the second round. That is the second round, right? When's the second round start? I'm an idiot. No, 30 picks each round. Is there 30 NBA teams? Man, I'm dumb. So they have him as the last pick of the first round, Trace Jackson Davis, which I know I sound like I'm kind of riding Indiana right now, but I would take him in front of Jett. I'd take him in front of Kobe. I would take him in front of Bryce, I think, as well. I don't know. The only thing about him is he's older. Did he play 3 years or 4 years? It's been a long day, guys. So he's a little bit older than the other guys, so maybe that's why he's dropping in the draft a little bit. But he's a great player, though. Obviously, you guys heard me talking about him all year. Scrolling down, here we go. Here's a new guy. Seth Lundy, they have going in the second round to the Orlando Magic. I saw this guy's name, by the way. Oh, nope. I just realized it's spelled different. I was about to say something about Matty Sissoko, but it's spelled with a C and not an S. I thought they might have been related. Because it's City Sissoko. And, I guess I got the letter, whatever. If you look at the name, if you're watching on YouTube, you'd understand why I, might have got that a little bit confused. Anyways, let's see. Scrolling down, Tennessee, Kentucky. Was there any more Big Ten guys on here? I think that might have been it. Let me see here. We're getting deep. Oh, here it is. Here's another Big Ten guy. The last pick of the draft. We have... Wait, so if there's 30 in the first round, I don't get this. I don't understand. I'm going to look up how many teams there are. 30. Okay, so why is there only, if there's 2 rounds, why is there only 58 picks? Somebody explain that to me. Anyways, they have former Michigan State Spartan Imani Bates going with the last pick of the draft to the Milwaukee Bucks. So congratulations to all the Sparty fans out there. Your guy got drafted. All right. That was pretty much it. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get an episode out. I wanted to try out the new computer. I wanted to see if Twitch was going to work, and it is. I wanted to see if my microphone was going to work. This is now the 3rd episode in a row. This thing is falling apart on me. I need to start checking that before I start recording. And, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Follow along on Twitter. It's at Casual Big Ten. You guys know the drill. Subscribe on YouTube if you'd like. The videos will all be there. They'll also be on Twitch now. I guess I should put a new logo on my background because you can follow me on Twitch now. I got to put a avatar on there and everything. I haven't done anything with that. Go do all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I messed up on this. I do it every time. I was supposed to leave it like this. I'm going to get it though. New computer. I'm going to get it. But thanks for following along. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all on Friday. Look forward to talking some more Big Ten with you guys. And we'll see you guys in the future.